Considering I mainly praise series on this channel for their nuanced thematic depth and brilliant writing, it may seem weird that I'm making a video on Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power. However, nuance isn't the only thing that makes something entertaining to me, and Dragon Ball as a franchise personifies this sentiment to a brilliant extent. If at any time during the video you find yourself entertained, then consider liking, subscribing and ringing the bell, as you don't know how much such a small action can do for this channel. Anyway, on with the video. Dragon Ball is not the most sophisticated of shows, and although this is understandable considering the time in which the franchise was first written, it cannot be denied that it is significantly lacking in the storytelling and thematic departments compared to its Shonen Jump contemporaries like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, or even a newer series like Black Clover. And that isn't to say that Dragon Ball storytelling is bad, just that it is far more simple than these later shonen and often focuses on far less characters with less long-running character arcs and such. Though again, this isn't to say that Dragon Ball's characters lack nuance or development, more that it is far more subtle and less pronounced. And if you want to get a good sense of this, I recommend my friend Sakura's videos on DBZ's antagonists. So okay, if Dragon Ball is more lacking in these key storytelling features compared to these other shonen, then why do I enjoy it more than Naruto, Bleach and Black Clover? That is because Dragon Ball does what it does well. And what does Dragon Ball do? Fights. Yes, Dragon Ball's fights are not particularly complex like Hunter's, and don't have as much thematic weight as those within One Piece, but when it comes to just pure hype and pure spectacle, very few series can surpass Dragon Ball. And that is why I love the Tournament of Power so much, as it to me is one of the most pure and unfiltered expressions of Dragon Ball hype. I mean, think about it on paper. One giant battle with 80 fighters from across different universes fighting to eliminate each other to escape being erased by God. It is one of the most hype setups you can get. And then throw in our favourite Universe 6 fighters, our favourite Z fighters and a whole host of new faces, and it just gets even better. And although you can argue that the idea when put into practice didn't really turn out as well as one would think, to me, the Tournament of Power is what it says on the tin, pure fun. Of course in parts it is drawn out and some characters like Tien and Krillin get massively disrespected, though in all fairness the manga arc is way too quick and disrespected those two even more, so it could be much worse. And do remember that although it may have done Krillin and Tien dirty, this arc turned Roshi from a comedic character I liked a bit to an absolute favourite. And well, Android 17 certainly didn't have as many fans as he does today before this arc. Episode 131 will always remain one of my favourite episodes in anime, as the viewing experience was just insane. Goku and Frieza fighting side by side to defeat Jiren will always be burnt into my memory, and Goku using UI for the first time is up there for one of my favourite power-up reveals, not only in Dragon Ball, but all of anime. The thing about this arc is I can just spew on and on about it and the moments I love. The father-son Kamehameha / Universe 2 and 6 elimination scene, for example, is one of my favourite Dragon Ball moments as a whole, along with Roshi's momentary death and the before mentioned Goku and Frieza vs Jiren. Dragon Ball on the surface may just seem like shouting, power-ups and flashy drawn out fights, and in a sense it is. There is obviously way more to the franchise than that, but like how JoJo's is characterised by its memes and embraces them, Dragon Ball is characterised by its over-the-top fights, and the Tournament of Power doubles down on this. If you want to see loud shouts, the Tournament of Power has got ya. If you want to see new transformations, the Tournament of Power has got ya. If you want to see long epic fights, the Tournament of Power has got ya. Nearly everything I look for in Dragon Ball is held within this arc, and for that I cherish it a lot. However, of course there is obvious negatives to this arc, most prominent of all being the main antagonist Jiren the Grey. Jiren in the manga has some alright characterization, but in the anime not so much. Compared to the big three of Z, Jiren really doesn't hold a candle, and although his and Goku's fight is incredible, he really lacks any kind of motivation or characterization to make him compelling in any meaningful way. And considering one of the main themes of the arc is trust, something Jiren comments on in regard to Universe 7, I think it was a missed opportunity to not give Jiren some deep disregard for trust, which would play into his lone wolf nature compared to the other Pride Troopers, in order to contrast the trust Goku has for his friends and his team. But hindsight is 2020, so it's not like I'm saying I'm a better writer than Toriyama and the Super Team, or anything like that. So yeah, in that regard, I can see the dislike to the arc due to having such a lackluster big bad. But that is the beauty of the Tournament of Power. It's a tournament with 7 enemy universes. So even if Jiren wasn't the best, other foes like Hit, Ribrianne and Kefla easily made up for that. And remember, Dragon Ball is an old series with a style of writing very foreign to today's shonen. However, as shown by the Goku Black arc, trying to insert newer shonen writing into Dragon Ball doesn't really work as well as you would hope, and that is why the Tournament of Power is my favourite Super arc, as I think more than any arc in Super, it gives the feeling of Dragon Ball right. And obviously you are free to disagree, as I know how controversial this arc is to the fanbase as a whole. However, as the man who sat down for 13 hours and watched the entire Tournament of Power in one go, I have the utmost authority on this topic and cast down my judgment that the Tournament of Power is super. First off, yes, new mic, I hope you all like it. And second, sorry for the shorter video this week, I'm working on another longer video as we speak, so bear with me for that one. Comment of the week comes from R Blast with his great comment about how Subaru's flaws are his strengths and Kazuma's flaws are his weakness. If you have any opinions on the Tournament of Power or Dragon Ball as a whole, then tell me in the comment section down below, and if you have a suggestion for a future video, then again the comment section is funny enough down below. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter at SethTheS for channel updates and just general chatter, and my DMs are always open if you want to chat to me directly. Or check out my Instagram at SethTheSin_cosplay to see my cosplays or random anime merchandise. So with all that said and done, I have been Seth the Sin, the deadly sin of geek, and I am signing out. Stay safe, everyone.